Hey guys, it's me Chandra again. So today's video is about Wuthering Wave. This is mostly just fun discussion. So in here we kinda cooking and finding like what actually that makes Wuthering Wave unique compared to other games. Of course, we already know that open world action RPG right now already a lot. So what actually Wuthering Wave can make it different? Can it actually live up to the hype? And this is what we discussed, like what we know until so far, until the preparation for CBT2. And this is mostly also based on my opinion. If you disagree, then feel free to also. So let's get started. So if you talk about uniqueness, I think some of your answer you say, oh, it's just like fast-paced combat, right? So it's just like DMC, PGR, but this one open world or near meta equivalent, something like that. So if that's the answer, I say Wuthering Wave is not enough to be unique, because why you want to play Wuthering Wave if it's already same with DMC, Nier, and PGR? Because for me, if I'm a stranger that I want to play the game and they just say like that, it's not enough for me, because I don't feel it's unique at all. It's already quite like common. So for me, what then that can make difference? First, this is actually the uniqueness. It's not for each game, but this is mostly like company signature, which is art style. So if you kind of play games, you know, like each company usually have art style for their own. Let's say like Zelda, usually they have like art style, like let's say Breath of Wild, they have their own art style. So we know, oh, actually art style from the franchise of Zelda, also like Pokemon, something like that. And also same with another gacha game, let's say like a Hoyo first game, like Honkai Impact 3rd. You know that the art style is the color is very vibrant, it's very colorful. Genshin also relatively colorful, but it's a little bit toned down, so it's quite similar with Honkai style with Genshin. While Kuro also have quite distinct art style, where their art style is not really colorful at all. It tends to have like dual variation. It doesn't feel like so vibrant. It's just dual, because mostly their theme is post-apocalyptic, so it looks kind of like depressing. So usually it's more like dual. It's kind of mostly simple, like black and white, or at least it's just simple color. Yeah, you can see some of the characters still have like pink and other stuff, but in the end, it's not so much like vibrant. It's just like simplistic color mixing or color palette. I have to admit, if you come from the game that from the colorful art style, when you move to Kuro art style, you need to get used to it. Because for me, when I play other game and I suddenly play Kuro, I feel like, dang, why this art style feel all like so depressed, feels so like kind of more serious tone, something like that. And I think it took me around 2 weeks until I used to it. But up to time, I'm thinking again, hey, this art style is pretty good, and I tend to like it right now more in Kuro style. Maybe because Kuro art style is more into like serious tone, and it looks like overall looks like more mature, and maybe because I'm growing older also, so I tend to like more like feel like mature vibe. So something that less cartoony and less colorful, just simplistic, something like that. So yeah, in short, that I say like Kuro art styles have already have distinct like art style, and in here they can actually utilize in here to bring their own signature to create the uniqueness in this game. The next one, which is elemental reaction. In the last beta, I already see they have the implementation of the elemental reaction, but it turned out to be not really elemental reaction. It's mostly like buff and debuff. So if you use this element with this element, you will get this buff. With this buff, it will have this effect. So this is more like buff and debuff. It's only they put this gimmick along like with the element that you need to mix and match. So in here also, like this gimmick already have in other game, so I'm not really sure that if I have to say this is really unique. But at least maybe if they cook something or they have potential to utilize this is actually can bring actually something uniqueness. This is not, I think, the strongest uniqueness in Wuthering Wave, but I think this is also something that worth to mention, that it has potential. The next is intro and outro skill. This is already mentioned in Dev Talk in Wuthering Wave, and they say this is also the one important part in Wuthering Wave's combat itself, which I have to say I'm not really sure. This is either can be unique or not, because I'm really not sure like how they will implement later when the end of the product. So I will really not sure, because this is technically just skill when you entering or changing the character itself, right? So if it just like you spam this skill just barely for the gimmick itself and they do their own thing, then it's not really that unique, because we already see couple of them in couple of the game. But if it's like you change and it's meant to be become like another chain combo for you to do continuation, so you can make a longer combo, then this is actually can become a potential for you to make that Wuthering Wave actually have a uniqueness combat. It can make potential for WuWa have another like uniqueness in the combat. Next point, this is actually getting more and more unique, which is the team combo. It's either for aerial combo or mix between ground and aerial combo. Because in here I see Wuthering Wave have a really solid potential to utilize this, and I feel they can do that. Because mostly in action game that we play right now, it mostly just around like ground combo, and that's it though. Like even we have aerial combo, it doesn't feel like it's synergistic if they have like multiple character. Mostly the one that can utilize very well in aerial combo that you can do very good combo, which is only single character, which is we already know what, Devil May Cry and Bayonetta. That I think is very solid to do aerial combo, and that's only single character. For the team itself, whenever you do aerial combo and you swap to the other character, it just feels they do their own thing. The enemy just go down and that's it. You do your own combo with the character you switch. You cannot have the synergistic. But in Wuthering Wave, I think it has potential where you can switch between each other and it still like kinda do a continuation combo and synergize, and you can do juggle between up and down. I think it has potential. So if they can utilize this and make like it looks very synergistic, like you use like this character mix and match with this, they have like this kind of combo for certain character, then it has potential for Wuthering Wave really have a uniqueness. The last one, this is actually not much people that highlight it because they only focus on the character itself, but I think this is actually one of the factors where actually WuWa can become very unique compared to other game, which is the echoes. If you're not familiar with echoes, it's just equivalent like you play other game like pet, but in here they call echoes, or you can call Pokemon, whatever. For me, this is the most interesting part in Wuthering Wave. Why? Because so far all the games that I play, like 90% of them, it's just like when you use pet or like equivalent, something like that. Usually it's just mostly additional damage, it's only helping you, but it doesn't feel like synergistic at all. It just feel like, oh, this pet do their own thing and that's it. Or you can use the skill and tap, that's it. But it doesn't have synergize with your own character. But in here, when I see the trailer, when they kinda do a showcase, this is actually we see like the echoes itself have synergistic with our moveset that can help like parry, like help to attack the continuation combo, which I feel like it's finally very few of the game that can utilize that, a pet with character that can synergize between in the combo itself. So they kind of make the echoes and the character it's sync between each other. It's very rare. So far, the game that I played that only have similar gimmick is Chaos Legion, and this game is already very old. This is actually Devil May Cry, but you use your kinda like summon in like kind of persona equivalent, so like that it help you into your combo. But that's very old game already. I don't know even you play that game. And then also another game, it's Astral Chain, but that game is also quite niche. That's why I say in here Wuthering Wave have potential, because this is part where I would say it's still quite niche, not so much action game that utilize this. So in here, if they can really polish the interaction between echoes and the character itself to be able to become very synergistic, like, because in Chaos Legion it still feels clunky because of course it's 2003 game, so it feels clunky of course. And Astral Chain is already much better, but again, it's only one game. If Wuthering Wave can make even more polished, I believe this is actually become one of the strongest point in Wuthering Wave. And I say this is the underdog that people not highlight, but actually one of the uniqueness in this game. Another exciting part, this is not really a unique, this is very common, but I'm so excited that you can actually shiny hunt. So apparently they already say that the echoes will have the rare variant like that, so you can catch so similar like shiny in Pokemon like that. So I'm very excited because I really like Pokemon, so I find that this is very interesting for me, although this is not unique, but I always like this kind of feature in any game. So yeah, that's probably some of the uniqueness, or at least potential uniqueness, that Kuro can cook this WuWa to become like, say, oh yeah, this is actually Wuthering Wave, not just like rip off like DMC like or PGR looks like or this game look like. This is not like that. This is Wuthering Wave. So is it actually enough for Wuthering Wave to beef up the hype, or at least on current state is it already enough? I said that at the current state right now, Wuthering Wave I already show you the couple of the potential to become unique, and yeah, it can help to lift up the hype. Since also I already see like how passionate this company, like they revamp like 90% of the stuff, like from the story, environment, and even like some of the feedback, they really show that, oh, we have quality as a company, which is this is already a good like mindset that they have to keep like going on, and of course like marketing, advertising. But in the end, for me, that's not become excuse for them to stop. No, they have to cook even more. They have to make even more like motivated, like 1,000 times motivated. And the most important part is that the end of the product itself when released, that actually really determine like how this successful this game or can live up the hype or not. Because how good this game gimmick are, how good the uniqueness about this game, if the launch or the release of this game full of like bug or like have like uncomfortable experience, people will leave on the day one and it already have a negative like mark, and that's actually bad. So first impression have to be very good. Don't mess up the product quality when release the day one. That's very important. If they can utilize that, I have no doubt that Wuthering Waves will get a huge recognition. In the end, it's really back to Kuro itself. I hope they cook perfectly this time when released, not like the previous game. Because PGR, don't get me wrong, that game right now is very amazing, but it's just like they make quite big mistake where the launch it's a little bit messed up, so that's why people quite leave or have trust issue. Now it's time for them to redeem yourself and show, dang, Wuthering Waves is good, and then you should try PGR too, because PGR right now it's not like the day one that you play right now. Don't mess up with us right now. And I believe right now, if they stay motivated like this, they can do that. So that's pretty much it I want to discuss. I'm looking forward for Wuthering Waves. I'm not really sure if I will go into like CBT2 because I'm usually pretty bad with those kinda applications. So if I get, then nice. If it's not, then it is what it is. And I hope you have the best luck also in your application if you do. And if you like this video, feel free to hit super button and like, maybe helping me to reach like 1,000 subscriber. That can help me. So yeah, I will see you next time. Bye bye.